All right, so this is the Voltvogue that I put together yesterday. Going through the instructions, so I was kind of doing it piece by piece. Figured out that if you want this to go 31 miles per hour, just download the app. And if you don't know how to download the app is on the side of the box right there. So download that app and you will be cruising. So have this one put together. I want to see how quick I can put one of these together now that I've done one. So I'm going to do a continuous video. This is not going to be an instructional video because I already did an instructional for this one. So check out the video I posted before this one. I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, I have everything laid out. Everything is unpackaged. Okay, I'm going to do it in one take so you know I'm not cheating. All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. So, if you're trying to learn how to put one of these together, watch my first video. This is not for that. We're going to see how quick we can put one of these together. Shout out to Dude Deals with a Z at the end. Bought both of these from him and had a question for him after I bought it. Replied immediately on the TikTok shop. Seems like an absolutely outstanding salesperson. So hopefully you see this video. Let me know if you've ever seen anyone put one of these together quicker than this. This is only the second time I've done it, so I don't know how quick I'll actually be. Also, if you didn't watch my other video, you really need two people for this, in my humble opinion. So we're going to go ahead and do it a little bit out of sync, starting out with the front wheel. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can then ideally prop this up against the couch to finish the install. I did put about 3 miles on mine already. I know that's not much, but got it put together towards the end of the night. So it didn't make for optimal riding. And then I rode it another mile and a half today, and then it started raining, and I wanted to get my wife put together. So here we are. Does include a nice toolkit. Again, watch my other video if you're trying to see how you put it together. And I picked the wrong wrench. That's all right. This is the real deal, folks. All right. Nice and tight. Good. And good. All right. Next, we're going to put the handlebars on. I'm not wet from sweating. I'm wet because it was raining out, I swear. So this is the Voltvogue. This is a TikTok shop bike. I ordered both of these Sunday morning, right before breakfast. They arrived Tuesday afternoon. FedEx delivered them, very professional packaging. So far the quality of the bike has been phenomenal. I know I've only put a few miles on mine, but I did have it off-road a little bit. I'm 5'10", 210 pounds. And the bike is pretty comfortable for me. I wish it was slightly bigger, but you can sit back a little ways on the seat. So it works out. And I do advise, if you have an extra set of hands around, that you can get some help. Makes things easier, like even right now putting these handlebars on. It's a little bit hard with one person, but that is the challenge that I set out to do. So, okay, got one started. So the trick with the handlebars is kind of start all four, don't tighten one and then move on to the next, because this is a clamp style that's using 4 points of pressure. I'm also in a room with not the best lighting. Not that I'm giving myself any excuses, I am just saying. So we're gonna go ahead and start tightening these down. Don't go crazy about handlebar placement if you're doing this, because you don't know until you're really riding something where you want the handlebars. Another thing, even if it's not part of the install, and this is anything you buy brand new, just check all the bolts on it. Just tighten them up. This is my first e-bike. I wanted something that had enough strength that we could pack it out and go camping. People pull carts behind these. You can take a passenger. I can tell you my wife and I both rode the first one that I put together yesterday and did a lap around our neighborhood, and there's a decent incline and the bike was climbing up it on pedal assist, 2 full-size adults, and we were cruising along at about 11 miles per hour uphill, and that is pretty darn good in my opinion. Alright, so we got the handlebars on. I'm going to go ahead and tighten them down. Tight, and here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice and tight. Good fit, good finish on these. Alright, not too shabby, not too shabby. Alright, handlebars are on. Up next, let's do our pedals. There is a right and a left. This is the right. How do I know? It has an R on the back of it. That's how I know. So these just hand screw in. I don't know if you can tell from the video, I am holding this up myself. Hence why I do say if you have someone to help you out, do it. So you just want to hand thread these in as far as you can go. Eventually you can't do it anymore. Grab one of the provided wrenches. And then we're just gonna tighten it down. And this is the real deal, so I am going to continue to grab the wrong size tools. Now the left. This up against the couch. We're going to move to the front fender. Alright, got everything I need here. Boom. Boom. Dude feels if you see this video, you are more than welcome to use it, though I would understand if you did not want to. I did ride mine into some mud. As I mentioned, it was raining out, and these mud flaps worked pretty darn good. So I made my first mistake. I put this on backwards. But that's all part of the game. All part of the game. So we're gonna take this off, and we're gonna flip it around. Okay. There we go. Stuff happens. All right, so now I'm just putting on the outer brackets to the mud flaps. Back out this screw. And we're gonna put this in. If you don't have much mechanical ability, you can put one of these together. So don't get all worried if you're like, oh, I don't know if I could put one of these together. It looks kind of hard. It's not. And that's kind of the point of this video. I want you to see it's not that hard. But again, if you do need the instructions and you want to go step by step with me, go to the video I posted right before this one. And I go through it step by step from unboxing it to putting it together, as well as a couple pointers that I thought would be beneficial to share. I have no idea what time I'm at. This side was giving me some problems, but finally got it. Let's crank it down, and there we go, nice and tight. We're gonna move over to the headlight. Now I might be sweating a little bit. Maybe it's not rain. Absolutely love the design of the headlight, mainly because it's so easy to install, and it's also your horn. So your horn is in this too. Right, so fold these pre-installed brackets out. Boom and boom. All right, gonna go ahead and put these on. Okay, got one side on. I did use the headlight last night. It does work very well. All right, got that on. Now we're just gonna go ahead and tighten those up. Easy. All right, got that on. We're gonna take the connector. We're gonna go ahead and connect it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put on the rear seat, which is optional if you want it on or if you don't want it on. Let's see if I can figure this out. So we need washer, screw, and nut. You don't need a washer or a nut. I was wrong about that. Now we're just gonna crank this in, grab the right Allen key. Where is it? It's up here. All right. And I mentioned, go ahead and tighten all these while you're down here. So there's one that's pre-installed. Nice and tight. And let's do the other side real quick. You can ride it just like this. So that took me 15 minutes, fully assembled, ready to go. I didn't put on the kickstand and I did not put on the rear riding pegs because I was told dinner is ready. But this is fully functional, ready to rock. Another thing you can do is relocate the tail light. If you're gonna keep this seat on, like this one has, they give you the extra wire, super easy. Under 15 minutes, you can install one of these and you can be out enjoying it, having a good time. Thanks for watching.